We are joined right now on the phone by James Hardesty. He is president of Hardesty Captial Management, holds more than 1 million shares of GE. Jim has been adding to his position of GE. So, Jim, were you disappointed? I mean, the stock is moving quite lower in the pre-market.
Well, they reported 27 cents of operating and a 5-cent charge. I thought that was at the high end of what the consensus estimates were. So I think it was a pretty good quarter. I think they also, when they announced that they saw turns in their order backlog to record levels, and they've begun to see a lot of evidence that the economic activity is turning up around the world, I think it was not all bad.
You said there was a contraction with GE Capital, and that's really where the biggest disappointment is coming through.
Yes, the operating earnings of GE Capital went from $2 billion down to $200 million. Based on that, they forfeited 15 cents a share. If you add that to the 27 that they reported operating, you really get to a number fairly close to what they reported in 2008. So I don't think this was bad at all. And yet,
in 2008, because you brought it up, I mean, people may have been overly optimistic about the growth expectations for this company. Do you agree?
Well, yes, and by 2008 in the third quarter, the economic conditions had deteriorated materially. So it was the comparison was not a tough one. But this company is on track now to get back to what I think it's capable of doing.
Jim, we don't have a ton of time left, but I'm just curious. I mean, as a shareholder, what do you think about Immelt's idea to sell off a majority stake of NBC? Is that something you'd be in favor of?
Yes, I'm surprised he's done that because I thought he had a big personal interest in GE as a business. But I think he can probably get a pretty good price for it from Comcast, and he's a value investor, I guess. If somebody is willing to buy something for a fair value, he will sell it. And I don't think NBC strategically fits with his view of GE going forward as sort of the green company.
What do you think Vivendi will do? Because they're, of course, in the mix.
Well, Vivendi is going to do whatever they think will give them the highest return, and that really then depends on what Comcast is willing to come up with. If Comcast comes up with enough money, Vivendi will do it. If not, they'll probably have to package GE or NBC as an IPO and sell it to the public.
Jim, if GE does go ahead and divest NBC Universal, what should they do with the money?
They should retire his stock. They can buy their stock back now at a very favorable price. And they should also restore the dividend, which was cut excessively, in my opinion.
All right, Jim, we thank you for your time, for your thoughts. Jim Hardesty there of Hardesty Capital Management has about 1 million shares of GE.